Attention! Why is everyone leaving Florida?
Says who?
Okay, yeah, you got me. Seriously.
Nobody is going anywhere else.
Florida's where it's at, baby. That's why demand for real estate is still through the roof. I mean, sure, we have our problems like any other state. Florida, man, flooding, mosquitoes, and no CMs that'll suck your livelihood away quicker than the IRS. But
you don't mind the gators?
Florida has amazing beaches. And the women?
Oh my God! Wow!
Hold up, ladies. I got something for you too. You can pick up your own magic mic if you're in the market because they are everywhere. I haven't even got to, well, we'll get into that later. So this is why real estate demand is still strong in Florida. Stay tuned. What's up, everybody? I'm Sean McMurray, co-host of BPM RIA Online, and this is Mr. $250 million in real estate transactions, my mentor, my good friend, president and owner of BPM RIA, Anish Dave.
Hey guys, this is Anish Dave, CEO of BPM RIA, and you know, our motto here is, let's make real estate investing made simple again.
Data. The data is intriguing. The states people are fleeing to Florida from each have state coffers that look like the Hindu demon Ravana, with each of its 20 hands sticking out waiting to be greased.
Fuck you, pay me.
The states people are fleeing to Florida from are colder than the infection in my relationship after getting my wife the dream dog she's always wanted. I mean, seriously, I've resorted to walking on all fours and barking like a dog just to get some affection. All you had to do for warmth and sunshine was to move to Florida. There is one exception to that rule, though. Let's just say we aren't California dreaming, we're California fleeing. Lastly, New Yorkers, the dominant source of new blood for Florida, interviewed by West Palm Beach TV, said they moved here because Florida schools had remained open during the vid, and Florida seemed to be moving forward while New York had stagnated, worse than Papa Powell Noriega and the Federal Reserve cartel's war on inflation.
Shots fired, boom, boom.
In all seriousness, according to Forbes, Florida remains in the top 10 states that people are moving to. Although older data, Move.org reports Florida as the #1 destination for relocating Americans in 2020, while U-Haul migration stats listed Florida as the 3rd most popular state, with Tennessee #1 and Texas #2. According to Florida's Office of Economic and Demographic Research, Florida grew by 360,758 new residents between April 2020 and April 2021. What is the data really implying about the real estate market here in Florida, Anish?
Yeah, Sean, so what that really means is everyone's sick of taxes up north, taxes in California. We have no state tax here, and the weather is great, right? We're international. And if you're a Yankee fan like me, we suck, so I'm ready to get out of New York also and move to Florida.
Why are they coming? We talked about some of the reasons above, but we'll list 5 here. This is probably the #1 reason people come to Florida. The weather is amazing. I love tropical weather, so the heat is welcome to me. It just means I can go to the beach most of the year.
Yeah, #2, no state income tax. Imagine you made $1 million and now you had to pay state income tax. You're throwing away $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 a year. So that's extra money in your pocket. Maybe a nice little vacation, a little cruise, or maybe a nice little trip to the Caribbean. This is why we love coming down here and living here, because we're one of the few states without any kind of income tax.
#3, compared to the top sources of new blood, the cost of living is a hell of a lot cheaper, which is a strange thing for us to comprehend here in South Florida, but okay, I guess compared to New York and California, right?
So #4, the beaches. Who does not love the ocean, right? The seashells, the weather, the suntan, the eye candy. It's always nice on the beaches, and it's beyond relaxing is an understatement, or even the pool by the beach.
#5, job opportunities and a business-friendly government, which we'll go over next. Business. As we mentioned earlier, Florida has a business-friendly government, and companies are seeing the benefit in this, so they are moving operations and even headquarters to Florida. Here in South Miami, we are vying to become the next big tech hub of the Americas. Americas, as in not just the US, but North, Central, and South America. Just to name some of the big names, Blockchain.com and Citadel have both moved their headquarters to Miami. Goldman Sachs has doubled its Miami office footprint. Private equity Blackstone made the move to Miami a year ago. Spotify moved its headquarters to Wynwood last year. Amazon is growing like crazy in South Florida. Despite the contention between Disney and the Florida Gov, they are moving more than 2,000 employees from California to Florida, although they have delayed the move to provide flexibility for those workers. What does this mean for Florida and the real estate market, Anish?
Yeah, Sean, so with all these large companies coming in, right, they're going to have executives, there's new job creation, they're going to need homes. So guess what? This is good for us, whether they're going to rent in the beginning, eventually buy, whatever part of real estate, they're going to want to be here. On the other side, if you're in commercial, right, real estate, again, these companies are looking for, office space. All the new restaurants that have come into town in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and the surrounding areas, it's basically booming down here too. So real estate is a win-win down here.
Although Florida has its own suite of issues, much like any other state, it remains an extremely enticing place to live. From the beautiful weather, beautiful beaches, no taxes, and many large businesses moving to Florida for many of the same reasons you and I love living here, it is making for a very strong real estate market. Coupled with the fact that inventory is low and demand extremely high, we have managed to continue to appreciate in home value while much of the country has stalled and are seeing contractions. When looking for real estate in this current market, remember what we have done to close on over $1 million in real estate this year. Number 1, be patient. Number 2, identify funding sources, or OPM. Number 3, be conservative with your numbers. And number 4, apply multiple strategies. Anish, final words.
Yeah, so Sean, as we know, Florida is booming, and it's obvious by just living down here. The other cool thing that's actually happening as people are traveling around the world, they are still investing in Florida. So maybe they're not living here for now. They still want to buy down here because they do see the upside, whether it's short-term rentals, a regular rental portfolio, or some other creative financing. So thank God we live in Florida.
And we're out.